Yeah, boy, it's August 29th and it's episode 183, and this is a Fantasy Football Auctioneer podcast. The Fantasy Football Auctioneer podcast is the official podcast of the fantasyfootballauction.com, the internet's only website dedicated to all fantasy auction. We got a great show tonight. It's a live auction once again. Hopefully we got some better audio. Blister and I are drafting live on Yahoo tonight with some of our buddies from the ECL. We've talked about the ECL a few times on the pod. So Blister and I are just going to be drafting here live. We're just finalizing some of our budgets and getting logged in. We've got about 7 minutes until we kick off the big ECL auction. It's a $200 budget. It's 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, flex, and because these guys want it, a defense and a kicker. Yes, Slim, I said a kicker. It's also full PPR. No, it's not full PPR. Sorry, it's a quarter. It's a quarter point per carry and a 3/4 point per reception. So that's what the league's going to be. We'll take you through the first couple of rounds tonight just so you get a feel for how things are starting here. Blister and I are competing against each other tonight, so we won't talk too much in the strategy world because there's money on the line. Anyways, Blister, how are you doing tonight?
Good, man. I've been missing in action for a few weeks now. I feel like I've missed a lot of pods. You had some big names on to replace me. I like how you not only replaced me, but could have officially ended me. But you did well. And I haven't listened to any of them, of course. But,
of course.
I should have been listening to them, but because I really should listen to Ross Tucker's offensive line.
You should, yes. It was pretty good.
That'd be good.
It was pretty good. We we had some good guys on there. The last one with John Bosch was kind of cool, Blister, because he talked about he was talking about how to do the slow auctions, which was kind of interesting. Like you're in the slow draft right now, which is different because it's snake, but slow auction when there's 10 or 12 guys on the board, and then it's right. And so it's a 12-hour clock and the whole bit. So he does a ton of those. So it was neat to have him on. It's a different way of auctioning, and we haven't really talked about that a lot. So we'll have to have him on again next year to get things to get some of that aspect of it. He was pretty good.
Yeah, I was in one. It was a 2-year league. I remember drafting in it now, and it was kind of neat though. It was definitely different. The slow drafts are. I don't know why I go in too many of them, and I like them, but I don't like them because I don't like waiting. And so I've been in one now, it feels like, for all summer. It's best ball. You draft 28 players. They do play as kicker and D. And I think I've got 24 of my guys finally drafted. But, oh, my God, it's painful. I don't think guys are doing anything strategically. I think they just forgot that they were still in a draft. And,
right.
And it said that it's on my FFPC. They said it was going to go down the 8-hour clock or whatever it was, a 12-hour clock. I don't know. It was supposed to get changed on this past Sunday, but I think they made it longer. Crap, it's terrible. But oh well, I'm glad we're auctioning tonight. I'm excited to get into this. I have a feeling, knowing these guys.
I'm gonna let you guys keep talking to them for a couple seconds. I'm running to the beer fridge.
Yeah, that's good. Don't come back yet, Behan. The fellas here. Vinny's the only one left. Probably still working some commercials at NBC there, but these guys I know from a previous draft that we've had, love their running backs, and they'll be spending a lot of money on them. So as much as I'd love to have a top 10 running back, I don't know if I'll be able to afford it. I might have to dip into next year's budget to afford one of them. So we'll see how this shakes out. I mean,
did you bring your cooler?
No, I got that little bag.
Okay.
I'm taking it in my golf bag.
Oh, okay. Well, here I brought a few. Right. No, here I brought a few. There's no sense running back to the beer fridge. I still have the splendid moose here from when Victor Von Lichter was here.
Is that what he brought?
Yeah. Now
he's playing it.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah. We got a buddy who's got a fly-in charter service like for Outpost. We had a big storm up here a couple nights ago. Tore down about 4 trees in my backyard. You saw the big brush pile when you came in? Oh, you're in a big rush probably. Anyways, the buddy of ours, he one of his twin otters flipped upside down in the lake from the high wind. So it's pretty crazy, but
if Ethan's listening, go change another diaper.
All right, so we got about 2 minutes left on the clock here. Blister, until we get started. Yeah, Blister, the O-line talk from Ross Tucker was pretty good. It was good insight. If you haven't listened to that podcast yet, guys, it was the last one. Good insight from a guy who used to play the position, and he talked about how he tiers and ranks O-lines. Really interesting talk. Was one of the big things that he ranks it on is the sixth guy on the O-line, like the first sub to come in, because of all the injuries that happen on the O-line. I think he said something like 8. The sixth man starts up to 8 games. It's like on average starts 8 games in the NFL. Oh, yeah. So the guy you have first on the bench coming off, and his versatility really does make a big impact on what's going on with the O-lines. Yeah. And when you're listening to him, like dude was the sixth guy for a lot of games. You know what I mean? So it was a really interesting conversation. So
that's so huge. I mean, if you don't have a great O-line, then your running backs aren't going to do much. Your quarterback's always going to be under pressure. So,
affects everything.
I mean, it's really kills you. So you might think you have a great player, and then all of a sudden you forgot about that aspect, and your player's not so good.
So we got 1 minute until the start of the draft. Things kind of organized here, getting our numbers and our guys kind of highlighted, and also I've got four or five guys in the queue already ready for draft for nominations, because I know which way I'm going to go right off the hop. You're nominating number 4, Blister, and I'm number 5. Ooh, good.
Back-to-back Jack.
It'll be nice. We'll be able to run the draft here a little bit.
I'm happy to say all 12 guys are now logged in.
Woo!
This is wonderful. I hate it when guys don't get logged in. The computer starts bidding on them, and it just throws everything out of whack. And some of those guys, they end up obviously with a good player, but they might not have wanted to spend 70 or 80.
Oh, Red Zone just left. Good for him.
Oh, he likes quarterbacks. So hopefully, if the computer doesn't fix a lot of quarterbacks, might have got nervous. I'm not sure.
All right. So again, it's 3/4 point per reception, 1/4 point per carry, and otherwise pretty standard lineup, like what you would expect from most leagues. We are starting 3 wide receivers, and we are starting 1 flex position, but it is not super flex. Alvin Kamara on the board right now. Somebody's trying to flush out some money.
It'll go up.
Oh, well, yeah.
Ooh, look at that. Who's that?
There it is.
AR walked into a bar. We know who that is?
No.
Can't remember. I'll go back to managers.
One of the things I like about doing the
Canfield.
Oh, he did get it.
Yeah, Mike. No, the other one.
Oh, the other one.
Yeah. And we got Ronnie Mack.
Ronnie Mack in here too. I saw that. So I like what I was going to say. I like on the Yahoo is how they show the last 5 bids, and you can see that pretty regularly. So you can see who's bidding on who here. So $42 right now for Kamara.
This is uncharacteristic.
Well, I got him for $49 the other night, which I thought was a steal when we did our last live.
I don't really want him, but here I am bidding.
Well, but it's the price is right. I don't want him either, but
Vin's in because he's not in. Look at that. You're not even bidding on Uncle Buck.
No, I'm not. My strategy, plus I own him in a couple of leagues, right? So,
Ethan, go change a diaper, Ethan.
So we got Kamara right now up pushing around $50. We have him, just to keep things in perspective.
Right there.
Yeah, we have him as an AAV of 61.
You got it.
Oh, I'm 5 seconds behind, Blister.
Are you?
Yeah. So $50 was for Kamara. Nice price there. I got him for $49 the other night, which I thought was a steal.
That's good.
So Todd Gurley's on the board now.
Oh, he's gonna go for more.
No, he better. AAV, we have him right now at $66.
You know what? I don't often worry about things like the toughest schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But he has, from what I have, still the toughest schedule for running backs this year.
And you just use that as a tie break, right? We talked about that before.
Much. I mean, if they got the talent, they got the talent, right? But I kind of give Beckett a hard time. I got to admit it. Earlier, we had our rookie draft in our dynasty. That was probably, 2 months ago?
Yeah, it was right after the NFL draft.
And I don't remember exactly when Bex took John Kelly.
Like
early on.
early.
I'll tell you what, he's showing up on a lot of my teams I've been drafting lately, because there's a running backup that if he gets to
just
play,
talent, man. That's going to chase it. And it was really, I mean, it might have been in the second round. It was like unheard of.
Yeah.
But
well, I don't think most of the guys in our league probably hadn't heard of him.
no. But I just I saw the talent,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the talent profile was there, and that's what I thought. Like if Gurley goes down, boom, he's getting 300 touches.
Yeah,
easy.
Yeah, and you know what? And I don't think there'll be a drop off in production.
No,
from what I've been seeing of this guy, he looks good. So, name to remember if you are bidding on Todd Gurley or if you're looking for a dollar flyer later on that.
So we're up at $64 right now.
It's going to go.
See, you are just ahead of me. I'm 4 seconds on the clock. I'm gonna have to pay attention to that when I'm doing my
Gronk smash.
It must be because I'm running the pod through the computer too.
It's shocking to me because you guys are paying $80-some in that other league we were in. You know? Like they're going high.
But that was keeper though, eh, Blister?
Yeah, I suppose, and I guess they had kept some guys cheap, so they felt like they could go a little higher.
Gronk on the board.
Yeah, that's Mike Canfield going up to the $20 range.
64.
Looks like you could have got him for $3. I doubt it. Oh, Big Poppy. Couple of local yokels going at it for Big Poppy. And that surprised me because Big Poppy, he should be all over Travis Kelce being a Chiefs fan.
Wow. $21. I got to pay attention because my clock's off.
Nominating somebody now. Try.
My clock is off.
Let me try this.
$21.
No, I think this will be a tough one to get because I know that AR walked into a bar. A big fan of Dalvin. Ooh.
Yeah, see, I'm way behind. I'm going to reset, Blister. I'm going out and coming back in.
Oh, they're going to start bidding on this guy then. These guys aren't fooling around. Jumping her up big time. Uncle Buckets is gone. Uncle Buckets is back. 37.
Yeah, no, it was like didn't even see Dalvin Cook up yet, and I could hear on yours that he had a couple bids already. So
really,
that would really be big trouble for me if I'm 5 seconds behind everything.
Yeah. You think he got I got him. What? I don't know. Somebody jumped to 44. I got a 45. A lot of good running backs. It's really
see, I'm behind still. Laggy.
Running back when there's a lot out there.
I might have to shut the pod down, Blister.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, if I'm going to be 5 seconds behind, I'd rather have a good draft than a good pod. Sorry, listeners.
What? I think this is going to go yet.
Yeah, I'm still 5 seconds behind.
Oh, I got Dalvin Cook for 48.
My turn to nominate.
Dalvin Cook. 48. So that means I got $12 to put somewhere else, children, because I was going to go 60 on somebody. Not necessarily Dalvin Cook, but Dalvin Cook has the best strength of schedule for running backs.
Okay, I'm gonna shut her down. I'm not even gonna release this pod.
No,
I don't think so because I'm too far behind.
What do you think is going on? Why is it doing that?
I think it's because I'm sucking a lot of bandwidth trying to do it. So I'm hoping that's it.
Is that right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna shut her down.
Okay.
So anyways, that's how we started the draft.